Okay, we got a lot that's going on. A lot. We got a lot that is happening. It is crazy. I don't even know where to start with it first. Oh well, I guess we'll go down the list. So, if you guys seen the video or seen what's been going on lately, I'm sorry. The video and what's going on lately and everything like that. Shoot, it has been insane. What has been happening? Not gonna lie. All right. So yeah, I just need to like so much stuff that's going on right now. It's crazy to see. All right. So we had stuff that is going on about Avowed, which is very interesting. It's very, very, very interesting to see. Let me go to the right scene here. All right. For shorts, it might be weird. I'll have to like fix it or something. I'll have to fix it, yeah. But let's check this out. This is it's crazy to see what's going on. All right. So we have this one. Let's see, where is this one? Okay. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting here. Obsidian co-founder urges rejected devs to sue Avowed Studio over allegations of illegal racist hiring practices. Ooh, this ain't good. The co-founder of Avowed, Avowed developer Obsidian, is urging anyone who's rejected for an art position at the Microsoft-owned studio to speak to a lawyer and seek legal action after art director Matt Hansen accidentally exposed alleged racist hiring practices. Now, if I recall, it's like they're saying most of this is like how it is like DEI hiring and things like that, which is very interesting. Where it's like, oh well, if you guys have seen in the past where they're like, oh, hiring, there's too many. What they said like crusty white guys or something like that. And I was like, that is insane. That's an insane and dangerous thing to say. So let's see here. Chris Avellone was one of the 5 co-founders that came together to create Obsidian Entertainment, a developer that struck big when it developed Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. Avellone served as a design lead on the project and continued working with them until 2015. That's crazy when you call up the founders. You know what this reminds me of? When there was, remember that whole controversy thing that was going on with FaZe Clan and stuff, and then one of the members was like one of the members was talking about stuff that's going on and everything, and somebody on Twitter was like, they said, I miss the day, like, you know, I miss the days when it was like with the members when we were actually doing trick shots and this and that, yada yada yada, right? and like that's what it was about. And then one of the Face Cleanse members says, "Where are they at though?" And then they all replied, which I thought was interesting. Like they were all replied, and I was like, "Damn, that's what it's like on this." Like, you're like calling back a co-founder of the place you work at that gave it notoriety and everything, and they're saying this about you. So Obsidian, now owned by Microsoft, has encountered a great deal of controversy surrounding its upcoming first-person fantasy RPG, Avowed. When the game's use of pronoun selection in a fantasy environment drew the attention of ex-owner and world's richest man, Elon Musk, its art director, Mac Henson, jumped all over the situation, launching into profanity-laced tirades against the Tesla boss from his Blue Sky, of course, account. Hey, what's going on, Evan? Oh man, that is crazy. Yeah, so basically Hansen has been making these statements and things like that. It's just crazy. So the thing is, once you start going in on somebody or just start going in on like controversy or something like that within social media, they're going to check receipts. They're going to check more stuff. They're going to find out more stuff about you in social media, and there may be things that you forgot about or things that you don't want brought to light, but it happens, and that's what happened. All right, so then it says reminder, the reminder to black artist thing. I tackled on this so many times where I'm just like, it shouldn't be saying that, like, calling out black artists. It should be just all artists in general. It should not be that way. But you're saying black artists where it's just like, oh, like we're the ones that are like are unable to get into the industry and stuff like that, which I think is complete and utter crap. So then he said, making hiring decisions based on a race is a clear violation of Article 7 of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Oh shit. Additionally, back in March, Musk had made a statement against businesses that institute racist hiring practices against white dudes. Hansen jumped all over this statement as well. And then, he said the whole banana man, what's going on? They said the whole thing about, Elon used to sweet summer child, yada yada yada. Go back. Hansen wrote back in March, response to Musk's statements, "This will only embolden me, you sad sack of crap." Which it got worse and worse and worse. This alleged illegal activity exposed. Musk has used his platform to highlight and publicly, even going as far as the CEO of Microsoft, in posts about Obsidian's hiring practices. Avalon spoke about the response on the ongoing issue. Yeah. So the fact that you got the CEO of Microsoft and you got one of the co-founders of Obsidian talking about you, which is not good. It is really, really bad. But this stuff we covered. Now I want to see more about this stuff. So it says he goes on to note that his opinion on the situation has nothing to do with his political stance. This has nothing to do with my personal politics, but I believe strongly that hiring discrimination for any reason isn't something the industry should tolerate, he said. I hope you agree. Of course, people challenge Avalon on this alleged Obsidian racist hiring policy, with one ex-user telling him, the co-founder of the company, that art directors have no say in hiring. Actually, they do. Depending on the position that you're applying for, they have a say in it. Yeah, you go through the HR for like the paperwork and everything like that, but then when you go through actual like the interview and everything, you get interviewed by usually the director or a lead. That's what happened to me when I got hired as a QA tester. Like I was getting interviewed by one of the QA leads, the QA or QV leads. So they do have a say in it, because they could say, yeah, so I interviewed this person, like, they grasp the knowledge and things like that, and they're very eager to learn and work hard. So yeah, we can hire them. Or they'd be like, I just, even though the resume and stuff is really good and everything, like I interviewed them, they didn't really care, type of thing. That's what it is. All right. So then this person says the whole the we really shook the pillars of heavens this time. This person replying to Chris, they said, uh stop, please stop being stupid. A post on a individual account by a guy who isn't even in charge of hiring isn't grounds for legal action. Yes, what that guy is saying is stupid doesn't mean you have to be stupid too. And then Chris replies back was saying, any professional art director is 100% involved in hiring art applicants. Yes, hiring managers at a studio are not the ones who make the call. They're the ones who organize the interview process, not decide who to interview and accept. And that is true because, again, if you're assembling a team, you're gonna want to know who's on your team, and how to do that. You go through an interview with that person, like with that hiring manager. You go through that with them, or not the director. You know what I mean? To manage your team. It's the same thing with game devs. Game devs do the same thing. Game designers do the same thing. Artists do the same thing. All of them. You always have somebody that's in the lead, like was it in a director or lead position that would put together this team. So yeah. So Avalon is no stranger to the gaming industry's hypocrisy and cancel culture. In 2020, he was accused by two women of misconduct and harassment. Without any proof, Avalon was immediately let go from several gaming projects. That is insane. So yeah. Case concerning the legend guess me have been resolved. You can find the joint statement here. I understand that Miss Barrows has requested to retract her statements to the media about me. That's insane. And people making these falsified. That's another thing. People who make falsified accusations and stuff, especially when it comes to something like this, that is very dangerous to do. The person that made the claim or that made the accusation should be fired. Well, first of all, should be fired from whatever job they are, and then they should also do jail time. Because first of all, you're wasting people's time, wasting resources from emergency services, who could be, doing, who could be like actually investigating, doing stuff that is actually happening. You're just taking away from that. So yeah. However, he sued the two accusers. Good. For libel and won a 7-figure settlement from them. The accusers then recanted their statements, noting that the press had misinterpreted their comments. Mr. Avalon never abused either of us, the two women said after losing the case. We have no knowledge that he has ever abused any women. Do you think Obsidian and Microsoft are legally vulnerable? I don't know why they put that part in there, but I guess it's like because they're saying like the allegations, well, not allegations, but like the troubles that the controversy in the gaming industry that could happen in canceling stuff. 2020, that was the whole Me Too movement stuff, which I was like, wow. Do you think Obsidian and Microsoft are legally vulnerable over racist hiring practices? Sound off and let us know in your thoughts. Well, first of all, they're gonna probably need to do like investigating to their hiring practices. Have like somebody else sit in there when they're doing the interview. Just to evaluate the person that, to evaluate the employer while doing that. That's my only thing I could say. I'd say that's the only thing that they can really do is have somebody in there, like evaluate what's going on, because if you're denying somebody because they're white or if they're straight or if they're whatever, like that is wrong. Even like, whether they know the skills or not. Like, if they don't know the skills, obviously you're just like, you're not qualified because you're not, you need more experience with this task before we hire you, right? That's understandable. But if they're like, we're not hiring you because you're white, that's fucked up. And yeah, and they're in a lot of heat for this one. What's the next one? The whistleblower. Oh. All right, so we have this one, which is Obsidian whistleblower tells all on Avowed art director Matt Henson amid racist hiring allegations. So This is Matt Hansen. This is the guy that's been trying to one guy, who's been trying to one guy, freaking Elon Musk, and is just pretty much putting himself in the company into a hole. Because I mean, if I was a company, I'd be like, dude, just stop. Like, our game's not out, and it's already like people are already like talking about not buying it and things like that, and causing an uproar. And what you're doing is not helping. Like, take this man's socials, lock up his account or something. A whistleblower, so it says a whistleblower that worked at the Microsoft's owned Obsidian Entertainment game studio has shown a light on toxic behavior from Avowed art director Matt Hansen. When Hansen, let's see here, when Hansen took a major victory lap to celebrate the fact that the ex-owner and world's richest man, Elon Musk, had called out his fantasy RPG Avowed for its use of optional pronouns in the fantasy setting, he couldn't have known that this whole scenario would snowball the way it has. Hansen now finds himself at the center of a major controversy, spearhead by Musk that has exposed alleged racist and illegal hiring practices at a company. Yeah, the fact that he that he tagged the CEO of Microsoft about it is not good. Oh, this is from Smash JT. He had a video. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, the shift in the workplace dynamics began after Microsoft acquired Obsidian in November 2018 and made them part of Xbox Studios. Oh, this is Smash JT's where he had a whistleblower contact him about this stuff, about what's going on. So it's interesting. Smash JT said in his official write-up on the 2.5-hour conversation he had with the whistleblower, codenamed Doe, for the sake of anonymity. Let's see. They implemented some very strange corporate policies. The first tip-off to Doe that things weren't normal anymore was the introduction of optional, but in reality, mandatory pronouns in email signatures, meetings, and communications. Why? Why do you have to do that? Like, why that? Like, in emails and business emails and stuff like that, you already have the person's name. Why don't you just address them by their name? It's simple. Why don't you just do that? You can just simply just address somebody by their name. I will be honest. I don't address people by their, I guess, identity or whatever. I just call them by their name. Somebody can come up to me and says, "Hi, I'm Billy. I'm they them." I'm like, "Hello, Billy." That's it. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna say Billy. It's like, and people are like, "Who are you talking to?" Be like, "Oh, I'm talking to him." I'm like, "No, I'm talking to Billy." Simple. It disregards all that. Now, if they get pissed off that you don't say that, you're not saying like their pronoun, well, tough shit. I called you by your name. I'm addressing you. That's all you need to know. I'm talking to you. I'm addressing you. So just to get your attention, or to tell you whatever information I need to give to you, that's it. But it's insane. All right. It wasn't long before an event he described it wasn't long before an event he described as a misgendering incident swept through the company. So somebody messed up, and then the person, I guess you say quote unquote victim, was so upset that they made a big deal out of it. They blew it up. Wow. This led to Matt Hansen sending out a company-wide email detailing a zero tolerance policy, intentional or malicious misgendering. Okay. Being the art director, that you're not the overall hierarchy of the company. If I recall, you manage a team of artists, and your job is to make sure that deadlines are met and to get the job done. Right? Why is this a whole thing? Why is he acting like he is the CEO You're not the CEO. You're not you're not a founder. You're not the owner of Obsidian Entertainment. You're not. So why are you on this super mega power trip because you are an art director? Are you gonna go over and tell the game designers and the game devs what to do? No, because it's not your lane. Stay in your own damn lane. Why is that so hard? People go on these damn. This is how you know, like, you should. What people need to do for like hiring practices. I don't know if it's legal or not, but like for hiring practice, put them on like do like a trial run. Have them be like in charge of something, right? And just watch what they do and see if they go on a power trip. If they do that, don't hire them. Don't do that. It's like doing like a video game. Like, you know how like video games were, I guess they still have it today, but like back in the day where it's like you had like when you start the game, you have like the best stats and everything like that. Like you are like top tier, like you are the shit, right? But then like you're going through the stuff, like through the game and stuff like that, top tier, you have everything unlocked. But then there's a part in the game, like usually early on, that something happens to you or your character, and then you lose all that stuff, and you have to build up. That's pretty much what they should do. Just saying. All right. It's insane. All right. So they said the email's tone was described to me as passive aggressive yet threatening, Smash JT said. A fair warning that employees who couldn't align with these policies would face termination. It's fucked. JT went on to say that Doe described the use of pronouns within the company as a way of controlling others. They were used as means of shifting the balance of power within Obsidian and Microsoft. Sounds like a cult thing. Doe also observed that Matt Hansen was sick, SIC, I guess what we say, extremely difficult to work with, citing an unwillingness to accept constructive criticism and consistent tendency to make assumptions about lower level employees' commitment, JT said. He also said around this time the number of straight white male employees diminished until they could be counted one hand or on one hand. That's insane. Like, I will say this when it comes to all this stuff right here. Like, if you cannot accept criticism, you're in the wrong job. You're in the wrong field, the wrong job, the wrong department. You're just wrong ballpark. Like, wrong sport. Let's put it that way. If you cannot accept criticism because you're publicly putting something out and you cannot accept the criticism for it, then you're in the wrong market. You need to get out. You need to leave. Like, it's not hard to grasp that or explain that. It's not hard at all. Like, a lot of people take criticisms, or not criticism, take a lot of constructive feedback and everything like that to usually make something better, right? That's how games work. You know, you put a game out and they said, hey, this looks sloppy, or this played a little sloppy, this and that. A good developer, artist, creator would be like, oh, okay. They would look at it and ask questions about it. And then if they look at it and they're like, oh yeah, that is correct, you are right, this is messed up, they go and fix it. And then they do a patch and everything, put it in the game and see what people think about it, right? But if somebody says, well, this is not great because of this and this and this, or hey, let's just say according to this game, no, let's do Veilguard for example. Hey, the only thing that annoys me about the game is like, why having pronouns in the game, and then also a person constantly in your party that's constantly talking about their non-binary. I don't want to hear that. Like, that's not what I'm playing the game for. I'm playing the game because I love Dragon Age and like the story and everything that they had in the past. That's why I like playing the game. But this person is always in your ears saying that they're non-binary, and it's very annoying. instead of being like, oh, okay, I see, you know, see that and try to compromise, they just say, oh, we're being attacked because of that, or you're being an ist, a phobe, or a bigot because of that. I'm what I'm trying to figure out, are people just trying to be like, does the industry, like that side of the industry, want people to just be yes men, like they just make whatever game it is no matter if it's really crappy or not, and just think that we're just gonna blindly just throw money at it and be happy with it? No. Some people might be, I don't know, but me, I'm just like, no, that's not the case. I wouldn't. Why do that? It doesn't make sense at all. All right, and then let's see here. That certainly falls in line with the potentially discriminatory hiring practice Obsidian is being accused of by Musk and others. Hansen made it clear that the hire is based on race and that people aren't crusty white dudes are his priority. Yeah, Doe also said. Doe also detailed a story in which, a full 2 years after the COVID pandemic, Microsoft attempted to make Obsidian employees return to work in office to increase productivity and quality. Well, okay, so this one, a lot of places, a lot of studios are doing that, and the reason why is because they have this building, they have a building leased out or whatever. They're paying tons of money for a building that's not being used. It happened with Ubisoft. Ubisoft had the same thing where they were after COVID and everything. It was actually recently. They were like, "Hey, we're calling everybody back. We need everybody to come back work in offices." And people were so upset about this, they went on strike indefinitely. So I don't know what's going on with that one. I think people went back to work, or a lot of people got fired. One of those two. Especially if you're going on strike indefinitely. So let's see here. The reaction from employees had nothing short of completely unhinged. Employees of all levels melted down in front of the higher-ups on a Microsoft Teams call, Smash JT said. Wow. So because you have to come back, like, I wonder what that call was like. I would understand, like, hey, if there's an issue, like, you got, basically what it is everybody got too comfortable. I'll start there. A lot of people, everybody got too comfortable working at home, and then they don't consider, like, hey, this is only temporary. We're gonna have to go back to the offices and work, right? But people got too comfortable, and when this happened, I understand, like, you have kids at home that you have to look after while you're working and stuff, and that's understandable. Or money is tight, you can't afford a babysitter and things like that. Totally fine. So yeah, when it comes to this stuff, when it comes to this and people are pissed off that they have to come back to work, it's just like, I wonder what their reasoning is behind it. I understand with the kids situation, like, that would be like, okay, we're gonna have to work something out, right? But if you don't have kids or anything like that, and you just don't want to get out of your bed and work, or go and work because you want to lay in bed and work that way, then, man, take your ass to work. Like, seriously, just get up and take your ass to work. It's stupid. Let's see here. Apparently, the ringleader of the pushback ended remote work was Hansen himself. Amid the chaos, Matt Hansen, the art director for over 9 years, now at Obsidian, emerged as a vocal advocate for continued remote work, JT said, noting that according to Joe, Hansen cited various mental health concerns for employees as part of the reason why they couldn't come into work. Okay, well, then you're fired. If you cannot mentally, if you mentally cannot come to work for some odd reason, like, what is the mental reason? Like, do they have a doctor's note, like a diagnosis or anything like that? I would like to know. Joe stated that the extreme COVID caution, along with the massive ideology shift within the organization, turned Obsidian into one of the new age religion. Oh Lord. He noted that remaining employees were driven by blind um, obedience to an ideological dogma. This corporate chokehold has now stifled creatively and stripped games of value for players, JT said. Leaders of Obsidian like Matt Henson continue to be empowered to go on unhinged blue sky racist rants, attacking gamers and being protected by echo chambers of positive feedback. Basically, that last part, they're being like, they think they can say whatever they want, and they're just getting told by a whole bunch of yes men. Or a lot of kiss asses, let's put it that way. That is what's going on. All right. And then there's more talking about it. Let's see. They also said, I learned a lot from several people there and have a lot of respect for them and their craft, Joe said. I think the distinction is really important to make because many of these people are good at heart. Oh, okay. So this is more like right here when he's talking about the about Avowed and everything like that in Obsidian. There are people there that are genuinely like wanting to make a game and like really, really going for it. Like they are very passionate about the game stuff, but there's a lot of bad actors in the studio that tarnish everybody. So like this is why when people are like, oh, the developers this, the developers that, and that's something I will also fight on. When people are like talking about developers for a studio and everything, it's like, no, it's not all the developers. And sometimes it's not the developers themselves. It's like the producer or it's the director that's doing the shit, like doing the scummy stuff. It's not like there are people that are, I think it was like in Battlefield, and there was people that were in Call of Duty that were always discussing these things that were that are developers saying they want to have the game like, you know, they wanted the game a certain way because this is what the consumers wanted, this is what the gamers wanted. But then higher ups tell them no, and you have to do it this way, or you're fired. And they don't want to lose their job, obviously, because if you get fired in the gaming industry, it's a very bad look, and it's very hard for you to get a job in another studio in the gaming industry. So just saying. All right. So that's what happened. And then again, we all know that the co-founder Chris was talking about it and was addressing all this like the whole situation and stuff. And it's insane. Like I said, it is crazy to see this stuff happening. It really is. Whew. Dang, Chad, I'm still waking up. Still waking up from all this stuff. Okay, so I saw this on my Twitter feed, and I was like wondering what the hell is going on, and you can't make this up. Dragon Age the Veilguard Facebook group bans laugh reacts. Now, we all know there have been Facebook groups, Reddit groups, and stuff like that. When it comes to like, I know like Destiny 2, I was part of a Facebook group, and it was because we were doing raids and stuff, and we were talking about the raids and what are the drop chances of getting an exotic raid weapon, or to get this gear set, or getting a god roll of this said weapon from the raid, right? We've had that, and there's nothing wrong with Facebook groups. Like they're everywhere, and they're amazing. But this one is very different because this one is apparently, I'm guessing somebody had a power trip or something, and because they're banning people that are doing laugh reactions. So let's see here. Admins for Dragon Age the Veilguard Facebook group have outlawed the laugh reaction and are actively banning members who use it. The entire gaming world is laughing at Dragon Age the Veilguard, from the game's cringe-inducing writing to cartoonish visuals to horrific sale numbers and cratering concurrent player count. The game has been the butt of many jokes. However, laughter in the Dragon Age, the Veilguard Facebook group will get you booted and banned. Pirate Nation posted and it says, if you laugh at Dragon Age Veilguard, you will get banned. Let's see here. Let's look more into this. So Ezra Wren, which is the admin of the group, I believe, they said, please remember that using laugh reactions on posts or comments that are not intended to be funny will lead to removal from this group. As we aim to maintain a positive atmosphere, if your intention is to troll, promote negativity, or use reaction emojis as a weapon, we cannot guarantee that you will be allowed to stay. Feel free to laugh react to this too, so I can weed some of you out now. Now, that's the funny thing is, and obviously you see people that are laughing about it. And it says laugh reacts banned. Laugh reacts will get you banned. We're not going to tolerate anyone laugh reacting to a personal post of someone when it's not meant to be funny, and you're only laugh reacting because you're making fun of them or being a bigot. Okay, now here's the crazy thing, right? This is my question. Why the fuck are you putting a personal post on a Facebook group page, a forum? Why would you do that? If it's not speaking exactly about the game, like, I don't know, talk about the gameplay, the features, the mechanics, the art style, the storytelling, things like that. And you're going personal, talking about personal stuff. Like, I don't know, I lost my dog or something, and somebody laughs, and you're gonna ban that person that laugh reacts because of that? That is stupid. That is the dumbest thing ever. And that's why this group is getting laughed at. That is fun. It's funny and it's great. It's crazy, but it's funny as well. So let's see here. Yeah, so that's what that post was about. And obviously, like, Tosh and you guys know about that whole situation, right? So let's see here. The post then quickly amassed thousands of laugh reactions. It's even listed in the group's official rules, and the rules, the mods go as far as to call people laugh reacting bigots, which people are losing terminologies, like the meaning of terminology. Like, seriously, it is crazy. The higher ups at EA certainly weren't laughing in the wake of this game's release. The troubled title shipped 1 million copies to retail locations, but quickly garnered a massive return ratio. Yeah. Why not? The game sucks. Turn it. Like, I don't want it. It's not like once you buy the game, you have to keep it. Let's see. The game's trading value plummeted down to just $22 after 12 days. As of this writing, there's less than 16,000 concurrent players on Steam. The game failed to reach 90,000 players following its release, with an all-time high player count of 89,418. Veilguard also received only one nomination at this year's Game Awards, and it wasn't for one of the show's larger categories. The only award Dragon Age Veilguard got a nomination for was accessibility features, which elicited quite a few laugh reacts among the gaming community. Yeah, that's like basically a participation medal or trophy, saying you tried, you know. The public Facebook group banning an emoji reaction is just one of the latest shot fired in the ongoing battle between the game's infinitesimal fan base. There it goes. Oh my goodness, my brain just not working today. And the gaming community at large. Many angry gamers were once BioWare fans looking forward to a new Dragon Age title for many years. Yeah, and what happened to that is they got some bullshit. That's what happened. They got some bullshit. That's like us wanting a new SSX Tricky game. What was the last one? The last one that came out was SSX that was on the Xbox 360, right? We're still waiting for an SSX game to come out. But imagine like that game comes out and then they added all this stuff into the game and it doesn't make any damn sense. It's not what the game was before. They're making these drastic changes, this whole reinventing the wheel and things like that, which doesn't make any damn sense. You don't need that. It's not needed in the game. The game was fine how it was, but then you want to add some shit in, and then it completely blows it up, and you guys are like, I don't know what happened. Like, why is everybody upset? Everybody's angry. Like, this is the game, you know? And then people give exact feedback of why it's a problem and why they don't like it. And then they change it into, oh, they just hate us. They're bigots. They're they're phobes. They're this, they're that. Like, shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. You know what you did. You know you were intentionally trying to do it to see if people would do it, and also if people would just accept it. And then you got mad because it blew up in your face. That's what happened. So what are we even talking about here? What are we even doing here? You messed up, fix it, and then put the game back out. Or if it's too late, just trash it. And just say, hey, we tried something, it didn't work out. We're cutting it. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Just do that. Simple. Oh man. All right, so apparently there's a lot of stuff that's going on here with this God of War guy. Yeah. Wow. That just caught my eye right there. What else? Is there more of this guy? No. Okay. So there's this David Jaffe guy. I ain't want to. Known for directing God of War and Twisted Metal. Wow. Okay, I'm not even gonna touch that one. I want to touch that one. Oh, mama. Monkus. This one's gonna be insane. So we have this one. Hold on, let's see. Woo! This has got to be something interesting. Oh, dude, the game industry is just not as a whole, not game industry as a whole, but like a good amount of the game industry, like some of these activists that are in here, like when are they gonna learn? It's just not working out for you. Like, what is your overall? What is your overall like goal and agenda? Because everything is just not working out for you guys. Everything is just seriously, everything is just not working out for you guys when it comes to all this stuff. You're hiring people that aren't qualified. You're making you're filling up studios of people that have little to no experience into making well-established franchise or titles from making titles from well-established franchises, right? Like, you have all this stuff that's going on. You're doing all these things. You're fighting against you're fighting against gamers who are the reason why you have a business. So like, you're fighting them, and then your numbers are plummeting. Like, what are you trying to, like, I'm still trying to figure out, what are you guys trying to do? That's what doesn't make sense to me at all. It really doesn't. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. I gotta put some water on my face. I thought I would wake up with this glitch energy. I am not. I'm just like, oh, I'm everywhere right now. Hold on. Be right back. All right, I am so sorry. All right. So we have Jeff, or no, say David Jaffe, who is the God of War director. He's blaming YouTube grifters for killing Dragon Age, the Veilguard, and compares transgenderism to black, to being black. Hold on, wait, hold on. I have something in my eye. I thought I saw something. No, it says that. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Again. Okay. I'm just got to speak. I have to speak about it. Why the fuck is it always when it comes to something about like comparing something to being black or something dealing with black people? Why is it always a fucking white person? I'm sorry. I gotta call it out. I gotta call it. Why is it always a white person that's trying to virtue signal and speak for black people? You're not black. You don't know the bullshit that people have gone through. Like, black people already have an issue of this whole victim blaming, saying, "Oh, we're being held back by this, we're being held back by that." I'm not saying all black people, but like most of them are doing that, and I can say that because I'm black, and I've experienced it. I've seen people talk about it. It's everywhere. But the thing, like my thing is, I'm doing well. I'm doing fine. I'm not held back by anything. The only thing that holds me back, the only thing, and the only person that can hold me back is me. That's it. Nobody else. Like, this is freaking, it's so stupid. Like, people are trying to white knight. People are trying to, because like people try to white knight and everything like that, and they think they're doing something that's good, but they're not. They're not doing anything good. It's ridiculous. All right, so this God of War director David Jaffe blames YouTube grifters for killing Dragon Age, the Veilguard, and compares transgenderism to being black. How in the fuck is that even in correlations or related to each other? It doesn't make sense at all. Being black is an actual thing. It's a living, breathing thing. Like, it's you. It didn't just come up out of nowhere. Oh my goodness. And it's all like, I'm sorry to try to get all into this race stuff, but every time when somebody's talking about, oh, we should feel bad for black people and this and that, and like black people don't have this, or it's like, you know, it sucks being black. It's people like this that try to virtue signal and try to think they're doing something when they're actually making it worse. Like, we already have the issue where there's black people that are victim blaming themselves, saying like they're being held back by the white man and things like that, which they're not. They're just holding themselves back because they're not applying themselves to make themselves better. I don't care. I'm calling all y'all out about that. If you're offended, if you feel offended by that, or if you take offense by that,
it's happening.
That's on you. But yeah, it is insane to see all this stuff happening. It is. Oh my goodness. Like, you can't be doing that. You can't. I don't care what anybody says. You can't do that. Like, that's like me going to a crowd of people and say, I feel bad for white people, you know, because they have this going on. They have this going on. Like it's a difficult lifestyle. They're gonna look at me like, who the fuck are you? And that's who I say about people like that do shit like this. Like, who the fuck are you, and why are you speaking for me? You don't speak for me. That's the one thing. Nobody speaks for me at all. Nobody speaks for me. I speak for myself. All right. So it says David Japp. Actually, no, we'll wait. We can wait on this. It's insane. Oh my goodness. This is why all this stuff, when it comes to like, I don't know if people are just trying to trying to be famous or whatever, but I mean, yeah, you're making yourself famous, but then you're really screwing yourself over. I guess these people just don't care at this point. At this point, they just really don't give a damn. But I can give my whole opinion. Is like, I mean, here's. I remember I made a post about it. Actually, yeah. Let me see. I made a post about this whole thing. Right here. I said, for all the activists and devs calling content creators and gamers, aka your consumers, grifters, you might want to read the definition. We don't tell people not to buy it. We review that you put out the people and that you put out and the people decide if they want to buy it or not. Hiding features in your game so people can buy the game is shilling or swindling. I'm sorry, swindling. Oh, grifting. And the reason why I say that, what is a grifter? A person who engages in petty or small scale swindling. YouTubers and content creators that are talking about this, they're not engaging in small scale swindling or small petty shit. They're calling the game out of what it is. The game bombed. The game sucks. The storyline sucks. The storytelling sucked. It's annoying to have this in here. It's annoying to have this in there. And the thing is, it's not like a tiny thing where it's like there's a blade of grass that is bent to the left when all of them are bent to the right. Oh my goodness, this game is horrible. No, they're talking about things that really affect the game. And the thing is, they want to call people grifters and stuff because they made a game that's shitty. I'm calling it as it. You made a game that's shitty. You didn't like it. Your feelings got hurt. So then you're calling people grifters. Great. Again, people are messing up the terminology. Again, here's another definition. A grifter is a con artist, someone who swindles people out of money through fraud. A lot of these developers are doing that. They're selling the game, and they don't tell people. They're not being transparent and telling people, hey, in this game, it has this in there. People buy the game, and then they find out what the fuck is this, and then they return the game. You swindled them. That's fraud. They are grifters. So it's funny, like, the people that are calling people grifters, you flip it around. Like, that's what it is, developers saying that. And it's like the activists that are siding with, that are like really, really like going against gamers about it and everything like that. It's like, we already know what you think, because it's like, damn, you guys got found out. Oh man, we got found out. And then you got to try to find a way to defend it, which you're not, because you're just ruining it. You're just like destroying yourselves doing it, which I think is funny. But anyway, let's get back to this. So David Jaffe, whatever, the director of God of War and Twisted Metal, blamed so-called YouTube grifters of killing Dragon Age and Veilguard, and wildly compared the inclusion of gender ideology to race, specifically being black. Again, targeting black people again. This dude got a prejudice against black people. I'm calling it now. I am sick and tired. Like, I don't even care if it said Asian or if it said Latino. It don't matter. Like, stop racially profiling and stop targeting races. It's so fucking annoying. And it just, you're not making it better for that race at all. You're not making it better. Freaking stupid. And also, I heard, like, I watched Asmongold's stream and everything, and he was watching this video, like this one right here, exactly. He never got to the point of, did the YouTube grifters kill Dragon Age? He was just saying a bunch of shit, pussyfooting around and everything like that. He was saying all that and just didn't really explain, and it was just a waste of time. In a video uploaded on his YouTube channel, which appears to be a clip from a live stream, Jeff answered a viewer question about gaming community ruining the game. He said, "When you say the gaming community ruined this game's success, I don't think that's entirely fair, but I think there's a lot of truth to it." He later added, really, at this point, all that the gaming community that you're talking about has done is that they've made it so they've actually made games worse, which is what they say that they're trying not to do. No, it's just like there's things that constantly get put into the game that we don't want. Why? Is because the previous titles for it didn't have it. So why are you trying to push it into this game? Stop pushing social economic stuff into games. That's it. Jaff explained, because they are charismatic grifters that make the videos that wait, hold on. Let me back up. Because shit, my brain's just not working today. Sorry. Because they have the charismatic grifters that make videos that whatever reason people respond to, people who haven't played this game will hate it just because they're sort of told to hate it. No, it's not really told to hate it. It's just you play a game and then you're just like, this game sucks. And everybody using their First Amendment right, freedom of speech, they can rightfully give feedback and criticize the game. It is totally fine. It is a product that you put out that you want people to enjoy, right? Well, people are not enjoying it. It's just like having a YouTube channel or having a YouTube video. You post a video on there, right? People who watch it can like it or dislike it. Either way. And so what? So then further he explained, and so what does EA do next time? They don't make Stellar Blade. They just continue to sort of, vanilla the fuck out of everything they work on and make sure that no one is going to have anything to complain about, he says. No, it's not vanilla. It's just, again, you could make a good game. Like, Avowed could have been a good game. Just take out the pronouns. Oh, what game was it? Starfield could be a great game if they just added more interesting content into it. Like, make it more, like, it could have been more exciting. You could say that to a lot of things. Shit, I'll say it with X-Defiant. I love playing that game too. X-Defiant, they could do more. Like, the maps are cool that come out, but like, if they're trying to, and it's a free-to-play game, but if they're trying to get money from these bundles and everything, like these character skins and weapon skins and bundles, they can make stuff more. They can make guns and stuff more reactive. They can, do more customization of the characters and things like that for like their outfits and stuff. Like, have a dynamic change to it. It'd be cool. But the thing is, every week we're usually getting a brand new bundle comes out, And then people buy the bundle, and then after that, they're like, hey, yeah, the bundle comes out and everything, and then after that, they're like, oh, if you missed the bundle, you can buy this character. You can buy the character, or you can buy this gun, and it's just like there should be like new stuff that comes out. If you have to keep the store like how it is for like 2 weeks until you make something new and it comes out, then by all means. But I mean, right now it's just like it's just recycled content. That's all it is. So there was that. So let's see here. Jeff then addressed the major backlash to the game pushing transgender ideology. He said they straight up ask you if you want transgender game options 1 hour in. You select yes or no. So all the people bitching invited into the game. How about it just not being in the game? Just saying that. Why can't it just not be in the game? Why does it have to be an hour in? Just give it to me straight in the very beginning. This game features this and this and this. Do you want like this? Yeah, this game features transgender game options. If you would like to play the game, that way, press this. If you don't, press this. Simple. And then if you disable it, say like, oh well, you can toggle the switch. Like there's an option in the game where you can do that. Now, if it affects the game, where they're like, hey, that means you have to add in the dialogue and everything, and they say if you have to restart your game or you have to like do it at a new character, then fine. So let's see. Then referencing the character of Tosh, Jeff said, I don't even know what it asked, but this character apparently is the Barv trans character, and so far there's nothing. To me, that's equivalent to saying, do you want black people in your game? What? Okay. We have a button that that'll get the blacks out. I gotta keep it together. That's the equivalent of it. But if that's what you're saying, I didn't even know that's what they were asking. No. It's different. Oh my goodness. Having a black person in the game or whatever race in a game is fine. Now, the part that would get annoying is if it's a black person or anybody of their race are in the game and they constantly have to say that they are their race. You don't even have to put a race in it. You can put a dragon age. You can put a dragon in there. And a dragon would talk to you every single time saying, I'm a dragon. Like, no shit, you're a dragon. We see that you're a dragon. You don't have to tell us you're a dragon constantly. And then you're in talks with people in your group, and then they're like, hey, did you know that's a dragon? Yeah, no shit. He's been telling me for the last 2 hours in the game. And then the dragon's like, I'm a dragon. You see how annoying that would be? That's what people are irritated about. I didn't even play the game. I just watched the gameplay of it, and I was like, damn, this is freaking horrible. This is stupid. Next, Jeff admitted that the Barv scene is terrible. The only thing I've came across so far, and again, I've seen that cutscene. It's terribly written and performed. The Barv thing, which is the person that's doing the push-ups and stuff for misidentifying somebody. But the only thing I've seen but the only thing I've even came across so far is that when you're talking to characters and one of your multiple options is you can romance a character who is the same sex as your character. And you can just be like, oh, no, thanks. You're like Chad in SNL. It's like, no, thanks. You know, if that's not what you're into. He then returned to blaming YouTubers for the game's failure. He never blamed He just never went into detail about that. The grifters who hate woke still stream the game and played it to finish, grifting how bad the game was. It's not. That's not grifting. Oh, and also in the end of his video, he says, "Oh, I know what grifting is. I'll tell you guys what it is." He never did. So I'm just trying to save you guys the time there. Grifting, it's not grifting. Played to finish, and it's not grifting. It's providing feedback of how the game was, reviewing the game. That's what reviewers do. If not, you might as well say everybody that evaluates your game, or your QA testers or your play testers, you might as well call them grifters too. Doesn't feel nice, huh? Doesn't. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So yeah, they didn't like it, but played it for views and ad revenue equals grift. Yeah, no. It's not how that works. You don't even have to play it for reviews or anything like that. You could play the game offline and still do it and still give your feedback on it. Hey, I played the game. This is how many hours I have into the game and I played it. This is what I've experienced and didn't like. These are the pros that I like. These are the pros, these are the cons. That's it. Get it with any game. And then what do you think of his claims? Yeah, it's stupid. Let's see what people said. I didn't avoid Veilguard because a YouTuber told me to avoid it. I avoided it because YouTubers I agree with warned me about all the woke bullshit in the game. I'm sorry, BS in the game. I will not purchase any product or watch any show that promotes woke garbage. Why should I care that mentally ill idiots are mad at me and calling me names for refusing to participate in their irritating delusions? And that's the thing I like about people. And the thing is I like about this country. You don't have to follow one person's ideology or anything. You do not have to follow it. And you will still be cool. Like you still be all right. And that's why people are respected when they do not, like when everybody's following the trend, the path, and you go your own way. People are like, I respect that person. And the thing is, and it's been happening since the beginning of civilization. If one person that will disregard the ideology that everybody is following, they're marked as the crazy one, or they're the crazy one, the insane one, or they're the dangerous one that they need to get rid of. That's how it is. Look at it nowadays. People are trying to cancel people because of they're not going with the norm, the social norms that are going on. They're not following it. They're sticking to their truths and beliefs. I can say it to a lot of people. Nick Merckx, who's a really good example. The whole ideology and stuff that was been going on, and he's just like, I'm being a parent, I'm being a dad. I want to just be, he's like, I just want to take care of my kid, and I want to teach my kid. I want to teach my kid the right way. Like, if they want to learn about stuff in life, I will teach them. But if they want to learn about stuff in school where it's like math, English, and this and that, that's on the school. So that's what it is. Anyway, companies that have hired these woke idiots will either realize they messed up and clean house, or go bankrupt. Their choice. I'm voting with my wallet and will only spend money and time with the people making good games, good books, and good shows. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. We're not a vocal minority, David Jaff. How can we tank a game if we are a minority? Do you mean that a minority of people can make the majority stop buying a game? If your ideology was in the majority, what we said wouldn't amount to jack squat. Oh wow, trans is a mental illness. It was classified as a mental disorder. If you take a step back, sorry, I just thought about something. If you take a step back and think logically, someone who thinks he or she is the opposite of what their chromosomes are is a mental problem. it's no different than a myriad of other things that are still thankfully classified and treated as a mental illness. I mean, it's like it's like seriously, I am black, you know, and I'm 100% black. But then that's like them, like me going up and telling people I am Japanese, when clearly I'm not. And also, they can, I mean, they can even look at like the document of me, of like, you know, my what I'm what I consist of, and it doesn't say Japanese, but I tell myself I'm Japanese. It sounds stupid, right? It sounds crazy. So, I mean, that doesn't really affect me. The only thing that affects me is the games that I play. And if the games that I play have that in there, then I'm just not going to play the game. I'll return it, take it back. That's it. Let's see here. So, that is what's going on with David Jaff. He's losing his rocker. He's just losing his complete mind. All right. Shout YouTube. It's been real. You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. I gotta go. I'm just, like, my eyes are just killing me right now. My eyes are killing me. So, YouTube, I'm gonna shut it down on this side. We're gonna, like, if you guys want to come over to Twitch, you guys totally can come over to Twitch. We're gonna be chilling, hanging out and everything. We're gonna react to some of these videos and things like that, and then we'll probably play some XFI depending on my eyes, because my eyes are just, like I said, my eyes are just, I feel tired. Like, my eyes are tired, but I'm not tired, which is weird. So, YouTube has been real. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace.